I'm Tyler.
I'm Shorty.
I'm Ava.
And welcome
To the Inner Idiot.
This podcast contains graphic language, violence, and other things that you probably should not let your children listen to. Please enjoy.
That's right. You hear the music, so you know what time it is. It's time to put your kids to bed. Just the ugly ones. You can let the cute ones stay up for a little bit. Set the deuce loose. Hop in, buckle up. We're getting ready to do some Googling shit. I am your host, Tyler Havlin. Hey, we're talking about Googling shit. It worked.
I mean Google.
Yeah.
Word.
Today, I have for you the one with all the cake. Camden Webster, 2 claps and Ric Flair. Had to throw you off again, Shorty. Woo! You guys have to handle the clapping. I can't clap yet.
Okay. I forgot. Wait. Clap that ass.
I'm sitting there like, I'm sitting here waiting for a clap. I'm like, this is gonna be fun. Let's see it.
No, that'll hurt.
I know.
All right. And the Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic books, Lord Shorty Fresh, in the flesh. 2 claps and Ric Flair. Woo!
Fucking smacking his head.
It works. It's bare skin. And red hair, don't care. The delightful Miss Ava B. 2 claps and Ric Flair. Woo!
That was fucking like co-host and guest fucking lightning round right there.
Right?
Hey, as fast as fuck. Let's get this shit over with.
No? Alright, so today's top 5. How was everybody's day, first of all? Let me ask that.
So far, it's been really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it just started, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's the same for me.
I just had a long day.
Yeah? Did you work today?
Yeah.
Fun times. I've done a whole lot of nothing today.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Physical therapy, that's it.
gross.
Yeah, you know.
I wore my broken Converse today.
Broken? Oh,
I thought she was going to say something about a broken condom. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I wore my broken condom today.
It kind of looks like a snake mouth. That's kind of gross. Or fish. I don't know. Fish mouths are nasty.
I know you all can't see this. We're just making random noises, but Ava's shoe's falling apart.
Yeah,
And we decided that we're going to, fuck with it for a minute.
the front sole of, the bottom part of my shoe is just disconnected from the top.
Yeah, well, this just made me think of something that's on that weird list of Google shit.
Well,
Today's
good.
top 5 is top 5 weird shit you Google, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. There's not really going to be 5 of them, and we're all just going to kind of blurt them out there. But isn't there a fish that has, human teeth?
Yes.
Yeah, I seen that. That is so weird.
See, now we're going to Google that, and that's some weird shit.
I don't have... Fuck it, I have a computer. You guys talk about it. I'm gonna look it up.
Here's 3 things, though, that I've Googled. So today, the way I stumbled across this is I was on Twitter, right? And I seen somebody saying something about Megan knees. Tired of seeing your all's Megan knees. My knees just snap, crackle, and pop. I was like, what the fuck is a Megan knee? So I Googled it. And then I realized, this is really weird to be Googling. What is Megan knees? And then I realized, this isn't the first time I've Googled a Megan thing. Have you ever Googled Megan Fox's thumbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got weird thumbs.
Yeah.
She's got, big toe thumbs.
That. She would never get picked up as a hitchhiker.
Super
To answer your question, no, I haven't. I've never seen...
You've never seen Megan Fox's thumbs?
No, but I guess this episode is just gonna be Shorty, the weird shit he Googled.
They look like toes. So.
Yeah, they look like big toes. But, so, what's some weird shit you've Googled?
Use Google every day, so nothing was really popping out in my brain. But I remember one time I can't remember what it was. I think it was I was trying to do some research into the wage gap or something because I was into an argument at the time, and I typed in why are women, and it was why are women so mean was the top auto-corrected Google answer, and I was just that. Actually, I just pulled up my phone and showed it to the girl I was arguing with, and I was like, I think this is my argument. America wants to know why you are so mean.
Oh, that's good. Those are always the best, though. What'd you find, Shorty?
It's just stupid.
Yeah, that's some nasty. That's not real. That one's not real. All right, so we're looking up the fish with human teeth.
It's called a sheep shed.
A sheep shed?
Shed.
Sheep shed.
Sheep shed.
A sheep shed.
It's fucking gross.
Fuck it.
So what's the weirdest thing you ever Googled, Ava?
I don't really Google weird shit. I mean, I'm sure that I have at one point. There's just.
I mean, comparatively, like, I don't look up things that, like, animals can eat.
Yeah, I look up
So
a
to
lot
me,
of
that
stuff
is
about
weird.
my pets. Because I don't want to feed them something that would kill it. Because that would be terrible.
Unless it's the snake, then feel free to feed that shit something you can kill. Look, having a pet snake is like dating a hooker, right? Like, you can do some of the fun shit with it, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna love you.
No, I know.
I like that analogy like a lot. That was a really good analogy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm impressed. I've been trying to find a good like funny way to express how much I despise people that have snakes as pets for a while, and you just did it almost perfectly. I am very, very just impressed with that.
Yeah.
People who have snakes for pets, you have an issue. And one of them is that your pet is a snake.
It's okay. It's okay, Ava.
In the
I
words
love
of Cake,
you.
some people like their pet's room temperature.
Yeah, I don't want my pet's room temperature. That's just weird.
What do you do? Stick them in the freezer or some shit?
No, mine are mammals.
Yeah, the room temperature.
Reptiles are the same temperature as the air around them.
Are they?
Mammals are,
Yeah.
that's why they're cold-blooded.
They adapt
mammals,
to wherever
mammals,
they are.
that's our, they regulate their own body
We
temperature.
are mammals.
That's why you have to
Yep.
have heat lamps on reptiles and stuff.
Yeah.
Cold
See,
blooded.
all this extra work.
I'm pretty sure I googled that at some point.
So
Why
what,
snake weird?
so what can your snake and hamsters eat? Can they eat each other?
Yes.
Well, one can.
I don't know. Hamsters are crazy.
Yeah.
I read this thing online and it said that after you die, like your hamster, it'll like take chunks out of your body to make like a nest with your hair and.
So is this a thing? Like, are people just dying with their hamsters in hand, or?
I'm sure it's happened.
Yeah.
I know that.
I mean, people have hamsters and they can get out, especially if they're like hungry. They'll like chew out of anything.
Well, this I know. So one time I was like 10, 11 years old. I was staying the night with a friend, right? And this is when I liked hamsters. Mm-hmm. So the whole reason I went over to his house was to see his fucking
So
hamster.
you don't like hamsters now?
I do not like hamsters now.
Okay.
It was because of this incident.
Okay.
So I get there. I was like, all right, let's play with your hamster. So we go over to his hamster cage, and there's no hamster. I was like, dude, you lied to me. There's no fucking hamster. Sorry, there's no freaking hamster. All right. Anyway, so there's no hamster, right? And I'm like, well, this is dumb, but I'm here now. My parents dropped me off like I'm stuck. So we go to bed that night. I'm sleeping on the floor, and I had hair at the time, right? I wake up in the middle of the night, and I feel somebody rubbing my head. I'm like, oh, this is nice. He lied to me about a hamster. At least he could do is rub my head. Well, there's a fucking hamster in my hair shitting. Yeah, I was rubbing my head. This dude's hamster. It wasn't fucking magical. It was real, and it was in my hair shitting. So
That's
How old were you at the time?
it was like 10 or 11.
Okay.
It wasn't like his uncle. Like, we weren't playing naked hide and seek.
Yeah, but you
yet.
didn't know who was rubbing your head at the time.
No.
You just assumed it was okay.
Yeah.
Um,
The innocence of a child.
I'm still concerned about that.
It concerns me greatly. It does, but I mean,
Like,
you know,
if I fall
he
asleep on
just
a
got
buddy's-
a hamster just shit in his hair. That and probably the best case
Yeah.
scenario in that
It probably was,
situation.
wasn't
Yeah, guys, if you just woke up and were like, oh,
Yeah, like, if I fall
it
asleep with a
probably would have ended badly if it hadn't been the hamster.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't care. Like, if I fall asleep and, like, at a buddy's house, and all of a sudden I wake up with a sensation of, like, that's nice. Who's touching me? Why are you touching me? Get out of here. That's a big no dice there, guy.
See, I feel like that's not the strangest thing amongst this group of people, though. Because I've watched almost every one of you walk up to the other one and randomly just rub the other one's back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
but I know he's not going to try to, take advantage of me.
You
So
don't know that. How long's it been?
See, hold on.
all right, well, I'm fairly confident that he's not going to try to take advantage of me. So just give him a friendly pat on the back like this and just, a consoling, gentle
I
whatever
don't-
rub is not, there's nothing there. But I wouldn't do that with someone who, probably wanted to have sex with me. Unless I wanted to have sex with them, and then I would.
Yeah, see, Camden rubs my back a lot, and sometimes it gets concerning. But he's also not rubbing my back shoulders. He's rubbing my back butt. My butt. And it's not great.
Have you seen it?
I mean, I've seen the outline of your all's butts. But I mean, he grabs my butt, and there's not much there. So, I mean...
You've 100% seen my butt.
Yeah, I've seen your butt for sure. Hairiest ass crack I've ever seen.
You're welcome.
It's fucking great. It's like you could sharpen a knife in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Just saying.
I have a butt beard.
Can't grow one on my face, but I can grow it between my other cheeks.
This went really sideways, guys. And I'm okay with it. Does anybody else have anything they Googled?
We're doing that again still? Oh, I
I
forgot.
don't know. If not, I mean, we go to break.
I mean, I can't think of anything. All my shit's like comic book related and shit. Or if I hear something like weird as fuck, like before we started recording, me and Camden, we always have weird discussions and shit. And it always starts with one of us saying something completely retarded, and then one of us like, that doesn't sound like it's the right context. So we're doubting like them saying something. One of us is saying something stupid. But we're like, nope, if you're going to say it's stupid, you're at least going to make it right.
Yeah, well, and there's one thing that we do is like, we get into arguments about things that we don't really care about the correct answer of, but we'll try to use roundabout words to make our side of the argument sound better than it actually is.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we'll end up Googling, like, the words we're using. Because it'll be an argument about, like, sushi, randomly.
Sure.
And he'll say something about, oh, you're shallow and pedantic. I'm like, you don't even fucking know what pedantic means. So then we have to Google pedantic, because neither one of us knew what it meant.
Right. I was like, do you know? And he's like, no. And I was like, fine. Like, what the fuck?
Apparently pedantic, though, describes my personality very well. Someone who annoys others by correcting small errors.
Oh, fuck.
Caring too much about minor detail, or emphasizing their own expertise, especially in some narrow or boring subject matter, which that is Shorty.
Yeah.
Because, everything ever about comic books.
Really? You think so?
Oh, he's always correcting people all the time. If someone says
But
something,
it's not boring.
it's a pretty narrow field.
Well, I mean, it is a narrow field. Like, I mean, boring is subjective.
I stopped reading picture books when I was a kid.
Oh, is that what we're calling those? Picture books?
They are picture books.
Yeah, I guess. I like them. Not as much as Shorty likes them, but I enjoy them.
I mean, I like them. I just don't like to read them very often.
Ava, I feel like we're being targeted this episode.
Do you still read picture books?
No. You guys were ridiculing her for fucking liking snakes.
I'm just being quiet now.
Tell us about your snake. What's your snake's name?
Calcifer.
Calcifer. All right, well, tell us a little bit about Calcifer.
He's really tiny. He
Yeah.
he has like the cutest little neck. It's like so small.
That's the entire thing.
Yeah, and the snake all neck.
Pedantic.
That's where I was going with it too, though. Like, it's the snake, it's all neck.
Yeah, it is. It's a snake.
not.
It's all neck, tail, body, whatever. It's a head connected to a long, strippy thing.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, well, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll maybe talk about some history and some strange facts.
Okay.
Today's just one of those days.
Yeah. It's gonna be a chill episode.
Yeah. Now you gotta find the button.
Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course. Or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you gotta do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
It is June 21st, 2020, dumb. I got you. Look. I've been waiting this whole episode for you to start recording when I wasn't ready, and you haven't done it once.
Well, I need you and Cake to be in the middle of like a conversation That way I can sneak it in there. That's usually when it happens the best. Like, you're talking to whomever. Like, I seriously was about to, like, message Ava, like, this morning, like, hey, listen, I need you to run defense. And, like, get this motherfucker on a tangent about something stupid. That way I can just hit record and you could be talking about something retarded.
I mean, it happens. But there are some holidays today, and my phone hates me. Here we go. You ready for today's holidays?
I'm ready.
All right, it is Canada's National Indigenous Peoples Day.
Just Canada's?
Just Canada's. It's Go Skateboarding Day. You think that counts for longboards, too?
Yeah.
So, hit that longboard after this.
I plan on it.
Holy Spirit Monday. International Yoga Day. National Peaches and Cream Day. National Seashell Day.
Well, I would like to thank this day for all the pants that got made in its honor.
Yes. Yoga pants were a wonderful side effect of yoga.
Yep.
They really were.
Now they're just called leggings. They're a completely different thing. People who don't do yoga,
Yep.
but want to look like they do.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Ava?
Literally wearing leggings right now, but
Do you do yoga?
sometimes.
Well, I mean, at least you partake sometimes. I forgot where I was at on this list, so the list is out the window. It's that kind of episode anyways today.
The whole fucking thing's out the window.
Thing out the window.
Well, that's the title of it now.
And this is our last episode for like 2 weeks, unless I decide to come in here and try one without Shorty. But that doesn't sound like any fun to me.
Again, we can record before I leave.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, whatever. Just fucking show up and, like, start bullshitting in here. I'll come in and hit record.
That's pretty much what this is anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shorty, wake up.
Very few parameters and just people talking about random shit.
Yeah, Shorty, come hit the button. Okay.
We haven't done what the fuck facts in a while, so let's hear Ava's what the fuck facts.
Oh, boy.
We'll get some parameters.
What the frick facts?
She's like, I don't like that.
Well, I didn't say anything, so I knew he wasn't talking to me. Not this time. Okay, so you can hear a whale's heartbeat like 2 miles away from the whale.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Sound carries really well in water.
That's a really long distance for a heartbeat, though.
Well, they also have huge hearts. Whales are big,
Yeah.
and their hearts are big too.
I'm sure it depends on what kind of whale, too. You know, if it's a humpback or a blue whale, then you could probably hear it a lot farther away than you could, like, you know, an orca or
Sure.
something like that.
Is an orca considered a whale?
Yes.
Killer whale.
What do they kill?
Just about everything, but
Yeah.
mainly sea lions and other whales.
They like to kill sharks too.
Oh, snake in the water. I bet they kill that.
Why are you always on my ass with the snake thing? I didn't even say anything to you.
Goddamn animals and these motherfucking long neck motherfuckers.
Got more neck than it got body. Or is it the other way around?
I don't know.
It's
but
all neck.
Okay, so there's 25 years ago, 32,000 rubber ducks got lost at sea, and they're still out there.
How many?
32,000.
How many you think have been found?
I mean, probably a lot, but
I don't know. The ocean's a big place. They could have not even hit shore yet. Depends on where they were lost at.
I
Does
mean,
it say
yeah.
where they're lost? No.
It might have. I don't remember.
I mean,
I
just,
made this list like days ago.
the odds
You
are
sent me the
that
video.
Oh, is it from that one? Oh, wow. I don't remember it.
the odds are that
Yeah.
a lot have been found. But you know, there could be a rubber ducky in the Pacific Ocean for forever that no one ever will ever find,
True.
just because of the sheer size of it.
I wonder
What-
how many got eaten.
That's a good question too.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Killer whales.
Is that a rubber ducky I see?
I hope a snake chokes.
Golly.
Whoa, this episode's really bad.
I'm on your side, Ava. I'm on your side. I don't even like pets.
Right? Alright, what's your next one? What you got?
The man who invented the frisbee got turned into a frisbee. when
Ah, I
he
knew
died.
that one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Interesting.
And that can't go for every like inventor ever, you know? Like if George Washington Carver like got turned into peanut butter when he died.
Is that who made peanut butter?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know George Washington Carver?
I don't know who George Washington Carver is.
The guy who invented peanut butter.
The guy who invented peanut butter and a bunch of other stuff, but his biggest thing with contribution was peanut butter. That's what
Yeah.
people know him
I know the guy that invented Pringles was buried in a Pringles can.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, we've discussed this. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we decided, like, was he made into ash? And
I was
put in
gonna say,
there?
was it ashes or?
Was
They
he
just
like,
shot him up real good.
did they fold him up really well and like?
Minced him.
Yeah, just.
Fucking-
I think it was just. I think from reading about it, I think it was just a large Pringles can. They just made a really big one.
just slid him in.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's even worse.
yeah, no.
Could you imagine being trapped in a large Pringles can? That would be so unsettling.
You couldn't lift your
Can you imagine
arms
if
up.
like you found that Pringles can and like you like open it up? I mean, that's the one time you pop that you can stop.
The smell would be so bad. Oh.
Ugh.
What else you got, Ayla?
Birds have the right of way in Utah.
Just in Utah?
That's all that I know of.
Sounds legit.
I fucking hate that.
That they have the right of way?
Yeah.
Here's
like
my-
just every fucking bird
Here's
just
my,
sitting there. You gotta slow down. Fuck that.
here's my problem with it. Is you got all this sky. Right? You got this big fucking place. If you want to fly right where the fuck I gotta drive,
And regardless, birds are fucking quick.
Yeah.
You know, like they get out of the way. They're on their own.
Right.
For the most part. I mean, I don't think I've ever hit a small bird.
I've seen a bird get hit by a car, and it was traumatic.
It was
I've hit a
traumatic
bird.
for the bird. Yeah.
yeah.
The bird didn't remember anything.
No, they
duh.
didn't.
Probably died.
Exactly, so it was traumatic for me.
Oh. I hit a buzzard one time. They're
Oh,
not
I-
as fast to get out of the way.
I watched a turkey. I watched a turkey get plowed by a semi. That shit was fucking brutal.
I thought.
Oh yeah, I seen that video.
And like the fucking head went flying in somebody's window or some shit.
No, just
I've seen that.
a cloud of feathers erupted in front of this semi.
My dad hit a chicken one time and knocked its head off and it ran off into the bushes. Swear to God. I was like, well, it's true then.
Yeah.
And it's fucking crazy. So
Hey, who has a chicken in the middle of the road? I mean,
look, you gotta let the chicken finish crossing the road, I guess, at some point.
why did the chicken cross the road? It didn't make it.
Doesn't matter. It died.
But no, like seriously, they got all this fucking sky, and then they decide to poop on your car. What the fuck is that?
Well,
you
gravity works. You know
got
what I'm
all
saying?
these places to shit.
Yeah, but like, you gotta think, like, the amount of land that's covered by cars is not that big of a percentage.
It is like 0.00000, a bunch of fucking zeros with a 1 at some point in there % of land that is covered with cars. And you can shit anywhere you fucking heart desires, but no, you're like, he got a brand new black car, let's shit on that.
I feel like
motherfucker.
You've had a bird shit on you before, haven't you? I
Yes,
feel like this
I've-
is true.
I've had birds shit on me so many times. There was this one time, right?
He
Now,
said
this-
so many. I've never been shit on once.
I was in the middle of an open field. And I got shit on by a bird. There was another time, I used to work at this company where I'd have to go in people's yards, put chemicals on it, so I walk into this backyard. It's fenced in. I walk into this motherfucker, okay? I'm doing my job. I'm spraying chemicals on it. These motherfuckers let their goddamn bear out that looks like a dog. Okay? So this fucking giant dog, bear / fucking werewolf is running at me. Alright? So I fucking Superman. Yes, I Supermaned over a fucking fence. And in the process
Must
of
have been a
me,
short fence.
in the process of me jumping over said fence, I got shot on by a bird.
He was literally running for his life. And the bird is like, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. And like, completely like F-16 like came down and like dropped a bomb on him while he was diving. That is the most beautiful story I've ever heard.
How
Get
does
shit
that
out
happen?
on.
Like, I can just imagine they're like the pigeons from Animaniacs.
Oh my god.
The
Yes.
gangster ones. Like, get out of my neighborhood. And
Dude.
they came down and were just like, we're gonna shit on this guy.
If the dog chased me wasn't bad enough. So then, like, it was horrible. I've had my car shit in by a goose. Yes.
Elaborate.
So, it's springtime, right? Everything's starting to warm up. This was, I want to say, 7 years ago. I'm sitting in a parking lot. My windows are down. All right? I'm jamming to some music. And all of a sudden, I feel foot inside my car. Inside the fucking car, it sounds like thunder strikes. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And there's geese flying overhead. And I look over on the fucking floorboard and there's this big old fucking goose turd. This motherfucker, like, I don't know where trajectory-wise, I'm not that good at maths and shit. But this motherfucker, to hit a fucking, a 2x2 window. Okay, 2 foot by 2 foot. Like, it had to have been some odd 78 fucking feet away. Like, alright, I gotta turn my body just enough shit right here. And the trajectory is gonna fly right into this motherfucker's car and hit his fucking dash. Dude, it was like somebody fucking threw a boulder in that motherfucker, and it smelled so bad. Goose shit smells awful. Especially once it's broke up in your car. And I had to clean that shit out, and I got a weak stomach, okay?
I was laughing because I can imagine him trying to clean it out like,
And that's what it was.
Oh, I don't know how many times I've seen this guy throw up because he had to, like, the dog, like, pissed on or threw up on the ground, he's like, will you clean this up? Like, it's not my dog. And then I'd sit in a chair and laugh at him.
Because then it goes from cleaning up dog shit to cleaning up dog shit and my own puke.
Fucking agitated surgery. I take him home or whatever, and I'm helping him downstairs or whatever, trying to get him comfy or whatnot. And the cat threw up on the stairs. And, like, he's like, goddamn cat puke. And then he goes, pops a squat. I go over and he asked for something, so I go ask Becky about it. And she comes down the stairs and she goes, Shorty, do you want a cat? I was like, you can fuck right off with that mess.
Dude,
no dice.
Fuck that cat. It's a good thing I threw up outside before we went in, or else I'd have thrown up on the steps.
So good. So good.
And it just happens. It just fucking happens. I don't know how my stomach is that weak. I have no clue. You got any more what the fuck facts?
I do. I have 2 more.
Sorry, we got on a really long tangent there.
That's what happens when you don't smoke in 5 days. Fucking get pissed off about birds. Goddamn birds. I'm over here sweating. I'm so goddamn angry.
Okay, so jellyfish, they're technically, like, immortal because they won't die unless you, like, something kills it. They'll just live forever.
That is new to me.
That is new to me.
They don't die on their own unless something kills it.
I feel like there's a lot to be had here for science. And I'm not a scientist.
I'm not a smart man.
I'm not either. Camden can at least pretend to be smart.
I have nothing for this. I know nothing about genetics.
So
Aren't jellyfish... it's octopus that don't share, like, any DNA strands with anything else on the planet.
Correct.
Yeah.
fucking aliens.
Yeah, pretty much. They're a completely different strand of DNA.
I see. I didn't know that.
Most deep sea shit looks like an alien.
Yeah, but
octopuses don't share any other DNA with... Like, almost every other creature on the planet is connected in some way with certain strands of DNA, because we all come from apparently the same place.
we're genetically closer to
evolution.
bananas than we are monkeys.
But...
True story. Yeah, the DNA of a banana and humans is oddly similar.
But octopuses don't share any of that with any other creature.
Where they just appeared one day.
We have no idea. I don't know. It's kind of like...
That's craziness.
It's like the fact that eels like don't fuck and they don't and nobody has any idea how they reproduce.
They're
What?
snakes, so they're evil.
Yeah, eels. People don't know how eels reproduce.
I love going to the aquarium and seeing
I'm
the
Googling
eels
this.
because they make me scared.
Hey,
I
we're
like,
gonna add that to what we've Googled weirdly. I gotta find out if this is true or not, or if this is just something he heard.
Here's a question for you guys.
How do
Since we're
eels
speaking of
reproduce?
jellyfish and underwater things, if you could either A, fly, or B, breathe underwater, which would you pick?
Fly.
Fly? What about you?
I'm scared of both things.
You're scared of flying and
I'm scared of like
Deep water would be freaky as
yeah,
fuck.
that's
Fuck,
what
that's
I'm
true.
scared of.
yeah.
That's what I don't like.
I read a lot of weird shit.
They
Like,
all
I'll-
migrate, and then they've seen the migration, but no one's ever caught them actually reproducing.
Huh.
Yep.
For all the years we've been alive and had technology, nobody's seen.
And the
So
fucked up
nobody
thing
just-
is like the article that I read is like people have like fucking followed these things to migrate, like where they fucking go, and they have gotten there and seen these motherfuckers all gather, but still can't find out how they do it.
Well, somebody better strap a GoPro on the most popular fucking eel then, and let's figure this shit out.
Like they have them in captivity and stuff,
Yep.
and they don't
They don't
No
reproduce.
idea.
They're a migratory reproduction.
Are they?
They reproduce migratory, just like salmon and stuff.
shit.
So if they're not in the place where they normally migrate, they don't reproduce.
Yeah.
Octopus and eel.
And you know what? If fucking jellyfish don't die, how the fuck do they reproduce?
I'm sure they. I don't know, because they don't have like. That's weird too.
Yeah, they don't have like.
They don't have anything.
They
They
don't have
just got
parts.
jelly.
They
Do they reproduce asexually? Like, do they split at some point?
Most.
maybe.
I've seen baby jellyfish,
Yeah, itty bitty ones.
but I don't
Most
know where they
species-
come from.
Most species do produce asexually. I feel like I
Maybe
just had
eels
this
do.
conversation with someone the other day, right?
Not any mammals or fish or avians or reptiles, but the majority of
not
like
eels.
small creatures, which is the majority of creatures in the world,
Right.
reproduce asexually. You know, like bacterias and stuff like that. There's a handful that I can think of off the top of my head that reproduce asexually. Most of those sea creatures, like snails and whatnot.
But most reptiles and amphibians, all of them reproduce asexually, correct?
No, they mate and
Do
then
they?
they
Okay.
get their egg. They have to have their eggs fertilized.
Now think about tadpoles.
Yeah, tadpoles.
Okay, yeah.
Tadpoles and then snakes.
So a
they have
lot of
eggs.
amphibians and stuff can change their sex depending on what's needed. There's one that's really weird. It's
Clownfish. Clownfish do that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
and there's also a sea snail that both they can create either one, and they will interlock together, and they'll both end up pregnant.
Aw.
So like they both have male and female parts, and they'll just like 69. And
Oh,
then
that's-
at the end of it, they
that's
both end up
cute.
pregnant.
If it's like, oh, that's cute, then you're like 69. She goes, that's less cute.
Depends on who you're doing it with.
True story.
Do you think
Sex isn't cute.
Can be. Just ask
You're
Michael
having
Jackson.
bad sex.
no, you did.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said just ask Michael Jackson.
Golly.
Yeah, he went there. That's it. Oh, look, you got any more facts for us? Because I literally have nothing today. I
I
came
have-
so unprepared.
I have one. I might have more from a while ago that we never used. When dolphins sleep, they keep one half of their brain active while the other sleeps, so they have one eye open
Yep.
when they sleep.
No sneaking up on these bitches.
That one
One
I
eye
actually
open,
knew.
motherfucker.
That's probably why they're so rapey, though. Motherfuckers ain't getting no sleep.
Just always cranky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Shorty.
I don't do things. I don't do things.
You got a poll for us today?
No.
No? Nothing for us?
No.
So, I guess that's just the note we're going to leave it on for the
I
next
mean-
2 weeks.
I don't know. I was reading up on how jellyfish reproduce.
Well, let's hear that.
All right. So, jellyfish reproduction involves several different stages in the adult or Medusa stage. I didn't know that was a thing. They can reproduce sexually by releasing sperm and eggs into the water, forming a planula. Yep. In the larva stage of the jellyfish, the planula hooks on the bottom of smooth rocks or other structure and then grows into another stage of the jellyfish, the poly which resembles a miniature sea anemone. Yep.
Amoeba?
Anemone.
An anemone.
It's an anemone.
An anemone.
Like clownfish live in.
Right.
Anemone.
During this stage, which can last several months or years, asexual reproduction occurs. So they reproduce sexually and asexually.
Clownfish do. Jellyfish.
Yeah, jellyfish.
And then
Huh.
the motherfuckers live forever.
Basically, yeah.
Well, apparently what he just said is they release both sperm and eggs into the water.
Yeah.
So, and then if multiple jellyfish do this, then you have a chance of either, my sperm's gonna hit my eggs, or my sperm's gonna hit my buddy's eggs over here. So some of them are reproduced sexually, and some of them are reproduced asexually, depending on if, the parent actually hit its own shots or not.
So,
There's a lot of big words in this.
there
Coital.
is.
And I'm an
I
idiot.
like a toothbrush.
Didn't you send us that video before, Ava?
Probably.
I feel like you did.
Oh, I think I posted it on Facebook.
Is that
Megan.
Megan Fox's thumbs?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. We're completely off the rails. So that's,
This is no longer a show. We're just sitting here Googling weird shit
So that's
and
all-
talking about it.
that's all we got today. We're gonna go Google shit, but you know, Cam, you want to
Oh
close the
my.
Somebody fucking zoomed in.
you want
Calm
to close
down.
the show out for us today, Camden?
I do not,
Okay.
because I don't know what that entails, other than just saying bye, people.
All right. Well, you can just say
ya.
bye, people. So that's all we got.
In the meantime.
In the betweens time.
Bye, everybody.
Cue the music. Me out. He ain't even got it pulled up.
It's in here.